name's Dante.
My name's Patty.
And you're watching BloodJuice.
5.
Yeah. Sipping on the blood juice. Sipping on the blood juice. Sipping on the blood juice. Sipping on the blood juice.
How long you guys been making music for?
5,361 years. He was farming cheese. I was working shops. Dad's business kind of faded. Paddy.
Yeah.
Who were the inspirations?
Delta rigs.
Not so much people, more pigs and animals. Farms and farmers and melted garments and not making new things, but like working with what you got and then rocking it how it is, as is seen on your plasma.
Yeah.
Like plasmas, when they first started making them, they were real expensive. Remember that?
Yeah, it's put magnets on them.
Yeah, but then they figured out how to mass produce and then they were really cheap. JB Hi-Fi, you can get 9 of them for like $19.
Yeah.
I did a council cleanup yesterday and like it's amazing what they throw away in the eastern suburbs.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Everyone's birthday.
Alright, so what do you feel makes you guys so different from everyone else?
We're not different.
Or what makes you so successful, or at least like selling at scale?
What's successful?
Good question. What's made you having made money off this and being able to live off music?
Love. The love. Because when you think about it, you consume because you love it. You do this because you love it. People who watch it because they love music. You know what I mean? So it's the love.
So what's the biggest passion when you're in the studio? Like, yes, the love drives you, but is there a bigger purpose to what you're doing? Is there like a vision?
I was pretty excited when Dante moved out from Brooklyn to Sydney the first time. The bar school came and delivered Clem's chicken. Shout out to Clem's. And I was pretty disappointed, even though Dante devoured every last piece. He then went on to say that it's not very good.
I was intoxicated.
I wasn't. I don't do drugs. I'm sober. I'm vegan.
Yeah, I wasn't vegan at the time, so
Neither was I.
I devoured the Clem's chicken. And I'll just say I prefer Lajana.
Was there not enough blood juice on the chicken, potentially?
Potentially, I feel so. Because like, if you put some blood juice on it, it tastes way better.
What is blood juice?
The golden sauce.
The golden century?
Yeah.
The golden bridge?
Yeah. The golden walkway, the golden brick road.
Dark to light, light to dark, somewhere in between?
The twilight zone.
Is it broken or fixed?
If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
But even the stopped clock tells the right time twice a day.
Why does it tell the right time but not the left?
What's this chemistry? Because it's like, how do you guys, like, what's the relationship? Because it's so, the way you guys talk is just different. It's intriguing and it's like, yeah, like if you were to break down how Sticky Fingers is, could you?
No.
As a relationship?
No, you couldn't. But we're in a building that's been named and is the Bodega Collective. And in New York, there's a bodega. Obviously bodegas everywhere. There's the New York chopped cheese, and then there's the Philly cheese dog. Then there's the Anecdotes Hotel down the road, which I used to pour beers at, and then I started booking bands at. Got that perspective of sort of understanding that side of the business, while a lot of musicians don't ever get to see that side so much and get sucked into major deals, so on and so forth.
I don't know. Serendipitous. Serendipity. Yeah. So like, as to describe everything that goes on, I'd say the word is serendipity.
Kind of like that romantic comedy serendipity, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Love Serenade. If no one's seen Love Serenade, that's probably like second to two hands, if not like one of the Castle. The Castle, Two Hands, Love Serenade, no particular order, 3 favourite Australian films.
Castle's
It's probably a lot harder to name your 3 favourite American films because there's a lot more of them. But off the top of your head.
Lion King, Aladdin, and Twilight.
That's solid. That's actually solid.
Really
Strong.
really unexpected.
Really unexpected.
Top of my head, Donnie Brasco, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Scarface.
I was gonna say Scarface,
Good time.
and do you know Pineapple Express?
Yeah,
That one as well.
that's the only
Or
real...
Truman Show.
Ooh,
I love Truman Show.
Truman Show, yeah. Pineapple Express is probably one of the only few stoner films that actually feels, even though I don't really smoke that much weed, like I used to smoke a lot of weed, it's one of the few stoner films where it actually feels like that could actually happen.
Yeah.
But the ending was a bit with the cop. And
Well, what happened there was that they
too.
actually, unlike most major motion Hollywood pictures, they were under budget and they had heaps of leftover money. And then Seth Rogen was like, "Should we fucking blow some shit up?" And so they just spent. They could have, I don't know, done something else with that money, but they just decided to have some fun and just like bring in the fucking guns and the artillery and just turn it into an action film at the end of the 3rd act.
Fire. That's
I
cool.
never knew that. It's crazy.
That's really cool. So moving forward, could you guys see yourself doing anything that wasn't music?
Yeah.
Well, what would you do if it wasn't music?
I'm trained to be a pilot, but I'm colorblind, so I've got some
Me too.
color correction glasses that are probably on an airplane or on a cargo boat on the way to my house. I got a second pair for JFAT, but don't tell Fat because it's a surprise.
Yeah. I won't tell him.
Myself and my Komaji are going to go ride horseback for the first time in a couple of weeks in Jindabyne. I can't really ski because I've got a fucked knee, but apparently Jindabyne is sometimes also pretty in a different picture.
Mm-hmm. What about
Hello,
you?
Yugan. Hello, Gudrun.
What would you do?
I was gonna be a veterinarian.
True, my sister is a vet nurse.
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh, so
yeah,
too late.
true shit.
Like,
Yeah, bro, so that's too late.
what class of animal does she do? Like more like cats and
I
dogs?
used to.
horses?
Oh yeah, it was cats and dogs. She's like a receptionist now, or like not as heavy with the animals.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of that stuff.
Was she being a bit heavy on the animals?
Yeah, she's vegetarian. She's crazy about animals. She's like,
Also,
Yeah.
she was dissecting him a bit too hard, or
oh no, she just wanted to ease off the intense work.
Oh.
So yeah.
so
Yeah.
she didn't want to. I can use my imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After, like, when Sticky Fingers is all said and done, and it's all a wrap, how do you guys see yourself going out as? Like the legacy for Sticky Fingers?
I think there's a lot of say less in that. I think action proves louder than words. There's been a lot of words, and I think ultimately everything, not just with sci-fi but with life, the truth gets out in the end of what's really happened and what's been said and what's been done. And everyone's got personal problems in their life and everybody makes mistakes, and I've made some big mistakes in my life. I reckon one of the biggest lessons I ever got taught was I got woken up with from a certain somebody who used to own a certain pub, who used to be my boss, and then got in the car and drove me to Mali Bar, and it's all kind of coming back to me, and I'm still kind of tripping from the night before. I'm getting flashbacks of me like throwing like construction gear into the pub kind of thing, and he parked out the front and he says, now I say, no, please don't make me do this. He's like, no, you're going to walk in and apologize. And it was like midday. He's like, no, you're going to walk in and apologize. So I walked in and was like, I'm really sorry for my behavior in the pub last night. And I should have just left when he said I was naked on the bar and blah, blah. And then the owner of the pub said, "You were going to be barred for life, but instead you're welcome anytime."
Wow.
So yeah, acknowledgement is huge of one's actions and everyone's actions. And I'd encourage everyone to acknowledge their actions, both good and bad. As far as Sticky Fingers is concerned, Sticky Fingers musically is for life. It's a hard time for me to answer that question though, to be honest with you, because I literally just got out of rehab yesterday, and I'm still just adjusting to
the piss,
the perfume,
yeah,
the piss and the perfume,
yeah, and the elixirs.
Yeah. If it's not too much to ask, what was in rehab? Like, what were you there for?
I was there
If
for
it's okay to ask.
benzo and alcohol abuse,
Okay.
and bipolar 1, and it was following a CCO order of 18 months after a court case at the Downing Centre a month ago. Exactly a month and 1 day ago. And it wasn't part of the CCO for me to go to detox or to rehab, but I knew that looking at this parchment, that I wasn't going to be able to get through 18 months if it says I can't have a drop of liquor on my breath, getting random breath tested at my house, or being pulled over and then no further trial, going straight to jail. I'm going to need to get all the right tools to be able to actually maintain this lifestyle. So I've finished rehab and detox, but now the true test starts. And in other words, it's a kind of blessing in disguise, and they say water is the elixir of life. And I've also been taught that apparently if you're craving, much like pouring water over electronics, if you pour water directly over your face, it's like, that's like the most immediate way to stop cravings that you don't want.
That's really interesting.
So if you feel like
That
you
was-
want to take a pull from the vape, you can just throw some water on. You don't want to vape anymore.
These jackets are good quality, by the way. Look at that. I just poured like an entire bottle, just flying right off.
Yeah. Sweet dreams.
Little curves.
On my knee. It's good. Done? Yep. Easy. I didn't expect that to happen. So, having considered all these things that you've done and have to go to rehab for, would you say they're regrets, or would you take them back? Would you do things differently, having looked back at the past, or are you happy where you are now?
It's a silly question, with all due respect, because no one can take back their past. They can only really try and live in the moment to try and fix the future.
Yeah, but would you change any of it if you had the chance?
No, because I wouldn't be sitting here now.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. So there's a lot of other kids that
I'd apologise for things now, but I wouldn't take anything back, because then there aren't lessons learned. Because some people listen to their teachers growing up, and some people did this, that, and the next, but then there's other people who are destined to learn from their own mistakes. I need my mistakes to learn from, and I've been lucky enough to have them not too serious. Over to you, Paddy.
Yeah. So I feel like there's Cali, and then there's block work, and then there's high grade in Australia kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Referring to
different strains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Australia's where it makes you stupid.
Yeah. Oh, so must have chopped it up.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. But
Oh man, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I remember I was one of my mates. It was a postage, like a postman,
Yeah.
and he saw this massive package, and it said Cali. And he could just smelled it, and he just knew. And so we've had this ounce of Cali, just
Did
like
he take it?
yeah, he took it.
Smart man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm happy over him.
I know, bro. He's my best friend now.
So you
Our friend
dabbled
indeed
in
is
that.
friend indeed. Yeah,
You
no.
dabbled in that.
Yeah. Well, of course, bro.
We got dabble one time.
Yeah, 100%. I like weed a bit too much.
Yeah.
It's good. 100%.
It's definitely better.
Legalize it.
Yeah, hard, and that's why like it was either I abuse this drug or I jump into other shit. So I may as well just like
I'm currently taking a drug called Antabuse. So I'm just drying myself off. And what Antabuse does is it makes you violently ill if you drink alcohol.
Right.
So it's kind of like it's like a red light camera for a car or a speeding ticket. Like I was walking past an Irish pub the other day on my leave, and I was like, and I went across the zebra crossing. All of a sudden, there was like this like laser field around the pub because I realized I was on Antabuse, and I was like,
yeah,
I actually can't do it.
That's actually really good. That's smart. Yeah, good on you. How long have you been sober now?
3 weeks in a day.
Wow, good on you. Good on you, bro. Congrats.